Hello everyone, Cgiben here, and I want to give you guys a couple quick updates and show you guys the new, not brand new, but the newest layout that I've built that will hopefully be used for the last 2 episodes of Season 1. First off, I just want to sincerely apologize for not being active for like the past 3 weeks. I know I uploaded a new episode not too long ago called Rex and the T-Rex, but I've not been getting any time to film and stuff because for the last 3 weeks, I've been staying after school to help with rehearsals in my school's spring musical. I've been working as a tech crew member, so I haven't been getting any time to film because the rehearsals have been getting longer and longer each week. But the first show was last night. And then there are 2 more shows, one today and one tomorrow. So I have some time to film this weekend. So I'm just gonna show you guys this new layout. And so let's just get started. So what you're looking at right now is Thomas at Bluffs Coal Station. This is actually a Trackmaster Lower Tidmouth station, but I don't have the sign. The sign didn't come with it when I got it from a flea market. But I'm going to use this station on my wooden railway layout, so it can be used at a couple different stations. So this is just going to be Bluffs Coal Station right here. So Thomas is pulling in Clairville. We come over a hill, and then here's the docks right here. Here's Cranky with a crate of eggs. And then here's Timothy with some China clay cars and a rainbow caboose. I wonder if that's kind of a reference to the season 18 episode, Timothy and the Rainbow Truck. Only it's a caboose. I don't know. Now we have a turntable right here. Here's a signing with Salty and Renee's. We've got a couple signings here and there. These signings are just going in many different directions. So that's the last signing at the docks, pretty much. So if we go this way, we go through a tunnel. And then we come to... So when we come out of this tunnel, we now come to this field of cows. Here is a reference to The Adventure Begins, where James has his famous accident at the field of cows when the trucks push him off the line. So, there's a cow right there, and here's the Black James, and here's Barry, the rescue engine, pulling the breakdown train. I would have put Thomas with the breakdown train, but Thomas is over at Bluffs Coal Station. So, Barry is helping with the rescue, since he's called Barry the rescue engine. So, here's the viaduct right here. Here's a switch, and then this track goes to the Blue Mountain Quarry. It's not much of a quarry. It's pretty small because it's just this one small area. But you know what? I don't really care. So here's Luke hiding in a tunnel with some barbers on the other end. Here's Peter Sam pushing some Blue Mountain Quarry cars, and here are a couple members of the pack: Jack, Alfie, and Thumper. Wait, Thumper's not a member of the pack, or is he? We may or may not find that out in the season 1 finale. And here are Max and Monty collecting any rocks that fall from the mountain since Thumper is showing, but they could also be stirring up some trouble. Here's Paxton collecting some explosives for the blasting at the cargo drop, or the cargo station, whatever you want to call it. Here are a couple other members of the pack: Kelly. Here's Buster working on the road, and there's Nelson going off to get some supplies. So we come up onto this carry case, which can be used to carry trains. We got the Arlesdale barrel loader, and this building right here. This is actually a building I made myself. Well, it was a building I painted myself, and I put the sticker Warfell train station on it. So it can be used for a couple of different buildings. And here we have Splar and Dodge. Wait, Splar and Dodge? What are they doing here? They seem to be looking at some buffers. I don't know why. There's nothing magical about those buffers. Or is there? Nobody can really see them since they're hiding in between these two buildings. But anyways, let's just continue. We go through a little bit of backcountry. Then we come down to a switch. Here's Edward pulling some troublesome trucks. This track leads to a switch. Here's Stafford laying low in the shadows. And here's Boko in a runaway signing. Then on the Solar Bay Bridge, here are Whiff and Scruff about to go down the Quarry Mine Tunnel. And then, if I just move back, what you're looking at right here is the Arlesdale Railway. It's not much of a railway because it's just a big oval of track with a line for the sheds and a line for the ballast chute, but I thought it was cool. And it's just going to get me excited for Zelda's Legend of the Lost Treasure, where Mike, Rex, and Bert will be appearing. So, if we start at the sheds, here's Rex, just taking a break. Those sheds are for Mike and Rex, and this shed is for Frank. Then we come along, go this way, go over a crossing. Here's the T-switch. This track goes up onto the ballast chute where Mike is loading some ballast onto Oliver's ballast train right here. Then we come around over this archstone bridge to the crossing where Frank is waiting for Isabella to go across. Then over another crossing and then back to the switch. That leads to the shed. So this is pretty much the Arlesdale Railway. I know it's not a big railway, but I wanted to do it anyway. I think it's pretty good. So if we continue along the standard gauge line, we go straight under the ballast chute, then past a water tower, and here is Tidmouth Station. You're probably wondering what happened to it. Well, you might find out in the next episode of Season 1. Here are the last of the members of the pack fixing it. Byron is pushing away this rubble. Patrick is pouring concrete for a new platform. And Oliver and Ned are scooping up the rubble. This is a take-along Ned, and this is a Trackmaster Oliver. But Oliver will be released in one railway in a 2-pack with Oliver the Steam Engine. So, yeah. Then here are the sheds right here, where we have Airy, Bird, Den, Dart, Norman, and Sydney. I wonder why they're not doing any work. Then we got a sign right here. Sydney's at a switch with 2 signings right here. Then here's a signing with Stanley pulling some garbage cars. I wonder if that will have to do with an upcoming episode. Then this track goes through Knapford Junction right here. Here's Stacy dropping off some milk, probably for MC Bun. Then here we come to a bigger part of Knapford Station. And then if I just put the camera, my iPad down right here for a second. Here are some members of the Hat family. Sir Topham Hatt is in the middle. Lady Hat is right here, and then this guy right here is Sir Richard Hatt, Sir Topham Hatt's eldest son, and the top candidate for a new controller in case Sir Topham Hatt retires. I cannot predict when Richard Hatt will appear in my series, but I do want him to. So, yeah, I'll just see what happens. So these 2 tracks just go and converge back to one. They go through the Airport Junction Tunnel. And then we come to the airport. This track goes past Toby's Windmill. And then, whoops. And then we go through backcountry. Not really backcountry, but we come back to Bluffs Cove Station. Here's Bulstroke going on with the drawbridge, and then this is another reference to Zelda's Legend of the Lost Treasure. At one point in the trailer, you can see that Donald and Douglas are carrying a pirate ship in one image where Sailor John is watching them. So yeah, I'm excited to see Donald and Douglas return. Now if we go back over here, we come to James at the coal hopper. I wonder what he's doing. That looks like the scrap monster. Yes, the scrap monster is the newest item to my collection. And here's Percy pulling the mail train, about to run into it and get frightened. Oh dear. Anyways, here's a T-switch. Then this track goes across the turntable and then into the Steamworks, where we have Kevin, Stephanie, Victor, Gator, Fergus, Porter. Then this is Rodney, the mechanic, and then that's Joe, the motorcycle. So, we got some signs over here, over there. This line goes across the turntable, through the tunnel, and then around. Past this station. This is probably like Crovan's Gate Station. Let me just show you what it looks like. Then across this line, this track can actually go, if you go this way, you can connect back to the main line. This track goes to the double crossroad track, then that track goes to the docks. Now there's still one more area we need to go through. I want to make this quick. I don't want to make this video longer than 15 minutes. So if we go back to this switch right here at the sheds, we go past this house, up onto a bridge where Murdoch is pulling a goods train full of tankers and box cars. Then we come to the switch tower. This track goes past Wellsworth Station, over this archstone bridge, past the old D1 and back to that switch near the Blue Mountain Quarry. This track goes to where Duck is. He's talking to the slip coaches, probably telling them the story of how he crashed into the barber shop. And then here's a sign right here, a sign right there, and then this track goes on the Archstone Bridge, onto the Sling Bridge, and then goes around. Here's Marion loading some rocks into Hector. And then we come over the Sling Bridge and then to that signing with the buffers. It's Blair and Dodger watching. And this track Hector's on goes two different ways. This track goes over a bridge, goes underneath twice, and then ends with two signings right there. Then this track goes onto a bridge too. Then it comes to where Toby and Henrietta are. Then we got a signing over here, a T-switch with a signing right there, and then two more signings, one with some buffers and one that goes under the bridge. So that's pretty much the entire layout. I hope you like the layout. I hope you like all the different references from episodes and movies that I put in. So yeah, I hope you like the layout, and I also hope you like the Arlesdale Railway. It's not much, and it probably won't have any kind of, well, we'll have a bit of a role in one of the episodes, the last two episodes of season 1. So yeah, that's all for this new Thompson Railway layout. I apologize for not being active for the past 3 weeks, but you know what, new videos will be coming soon. So thanks for being patient, everyone. Bye for now.